I just give you a couple of examples recently where it is argued that racism is now turning against white people. We had Sadiq Khan, the London Mayor's poster, being told that it didn't represent Londoners because it was a white family. We had the England football team with one commentator saying it's too white. We had the royal family on Buckingham Palace being told it was too white. I am all in support of diversity. I don't want discrimination on any side. But I am seeing this narrative turn in a way now where we have to start to call out some of these statements which are, frankly, racist against people who are white. And how do we move forward without that division?
Sorry to interrupt. I appreciate your sentiment. I truly do. But where has your outrage been when black people have been talking about institutionalized racism, covert racism, overt racism for the last 50 years?
I was with you. I've been outraged.
Where was your outrage? You want to talk about outrage now in regards to black people being racist or racially prejudiced towards white people, when in actual fact it is actually a defense mechanism towards white people. Let me not get too excited today.
But the point is that
Let me finish my point, Kev. Let me finish my point, please. The pendulum has swung the other way. And what you are witnessing, what we have been conditioned and what we have kind of come to accept is white supremacy and the norms of geopolitics, which connects to white supremacy. We are all very much conditioned in a certain way. And so what we've seen right now...
It sounds like... just let me take issue with that. Come on. We've listened very carefully to what you have to say, because we all have to open our minds to this. But what does moving forward look like? Because I think from what you've said is, why weren't we outraged? I have been outraged about discrimination. You don't know what my position has been on this for the last 30 years. You have no idea. What I'm saying is, if I can... No, let me finish. Let me finish. If you go back to Martin Luther King's speech, which is moving to everybody.
Should we move forward and start from now, shall we?
Well, let's move forward. No, let's move forward to his vision, because he was an inspirational man that has made huge changes from which we have all benefited. And his point was, let's move to a world where somebody is judged on the character, not the colour of their skin. And I think, forgive me if I'm misquoting you, but I think what you've just said is, we've had it bad for so long, so now you have to suffer. Well, two wrongs do not make a right.
You have completely misunderstood everything that I've said, so let me correct you. I'm ultimately trying to explain to you that black people and brown people had to contend with racism in this country for an extremely long time. And what we're seeing now is people standing up for themselves, people using their voice, people defending themselves. And what has happened is now the supposed oppressor, because there are many, let's be honest with ourselves, if we talk about geopolitics, there are many people who wish to dominate the world and dominate different types of people. We are only talking about white people in this specific instance. But ultimately, it comes down to the fact that people are defending themselves and people are outraged as a result. So this is the dynamic that we're dealing with. This is the dichotomy that you seem to be confused about. But that is what's happening right now. A defense mechanism and people now being vocal about how they feel. Thank God, due to the Black Lives Matter movement.